headlines now. We'll begin with what's on the Punch newspaper. My name is Ifeyemi Andrew, and on the Punch this morning, some interesting headlines for us here. We'll start with the lead one. It says, Telkom's tariff hike, NLC halts protest as federal government plans review panel. A lot of people are not going to welcome this idea, and it puts the NLC in a very bad situation, I must say, because there are those now who say, this is how the NLC are. They will come and say, oh, and then next thing, oh, there's meeting. And most of the times, all of these committees set up, they have never come up with something that will be seen as, what's the word? If we're going to go by what we saw with the minimum wage or what we saw with several other demands that Labour had made and then committees are set up, the success story has never been really good. And many Nigerians expect Labour to look at that and say, because of that experience, we do not believe these things. We should go ahead with whatever we are going ahead with. What can I say? We'd have to wait and get your reactions to it. But find details of that on the Punch newspaper. There's also telcos face $870 million investment shortfall over tariff hike delays. Report. This tariff hike increase thing is. Have you noticed how bad the network services has become? Like from the various service providers, it's been really poor in the past weeks. Very poor, and you can't do transfers. It's really difficult, especially one particular one. We don't mention name. Petrol price drops to 925 naira per litre at private depots. Petrol price drops to 925 naira per litre at private depots. Banks clear major USSD debt to prevent service disconnection. Okay. All right. And now this is more like it. So you can get your money from the banks, the telecoms who are providing that service. Electricity subsidy benefits reach Nigerians. Okay. 200 billion naira monthly electricity subsidy benefits reach Nigerians. Tinubu's aid. Really? So how can you now, instead of removing the subsidy, why not look at how you will make sure it benefits the poor Nigerians or the average Nigerians instead of the rich? Isn't that what should be the solution, rather than saying we will no longer do the subsidy because it is benefiting the rich? You find a way to take the rich out of the equation. I'm just saying. INEC to pay 1.12 billion naira to family of man killed by driver. Will that money be paid? It's not the first time we're getting such judgments from the courts. The police asked to pay this family for that. And at the end of the day, we don't know what comes of that money, if it's ever been paid. If you go over to the Vanguard, you'd also find several headlines here. FEC approves $45.3 million for critical transportation projects. Which ones? The ones that have been on for how many months now? We have not seen any fruition. East-West Road is one of them. We now had the, Atlantic, what's the road called? The Calabar-Lagos Road. We don't know. Amongst many other federal roads in the country. The transportation and the Minister of Works have been going up and about, but we are still here. We still haven't really seen. I know there's the rail line from which African country was in Niger. I think that one is fast work. That's what at the most I can say. I don't know the level at the moment, but the last time we heard was almost done with. Okay. FEC approves 4.2 trillion naira for second Niger Bridge road infrastructure projects across Nigeria. And you'd also find this one. Federal government bans export of crude oil allocated to domestic refineries. All right. I had said we're going to have this problem. The one we would import and the one we would use locally, because we need to meet our quota now, don't we? We do. So you now look at that and then look at the ones that will go to the government refineries and the ones that will go to the Dangote refinery and the ones that will go to the modular refineries and then the people that would in the system that are short-changing the system, that the system has refused to deal with, maybe because everybody benefits from it. And that's the major problem we have. It's the reason why I keep saying we can never have petrol sold for 500 naira in this country anymore. I would love to be proved wrong. But if you really critically look at the system, I don't think anybody should expect that happening anytime soon. If he does, I'll still come here and say, I was wrong. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0007, 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0007. All right, let's go over to Bori. Akanto is on the line. Don't forget, we also had some interesting headlines from the news this morning. If you missed them, I'll just touch on one or two of them. NLC suspends protest on telecom tariff hike. That's the lead one on almost every newspaper. President Tinubu signs bill for setup of university in Ogoni, Rivers State. The transportation university, how far with that one? I mean, I'm not really blown away by these things. There was a transportation water one in Delta State. That university, what's happening? What's going on there? Now we're talking of Environment University in Ogoni. It is the cleanup that is the thing that should be done first. Well, let's go to the phone lines and hear what you think. The cleanup is the most important thing. And what HyPrep is doing, I think those are the things that should be first addressed. And how we are going to settle all of these issues for oil exploration to return. The bill. Akanto from Bori, good morning.
Yes, my friend Andrew, good morning. How are you doing this morning?
Fantastic. Go on.
Yes, in my voice, I think I am from Ogoni and I stay in Ogoni. And the issue of universal environment, I think it should not be only signing of paper. As other universities have been signed by previous administration, they rightly stated, mentioned universal transportation tour. As I speak with you now, it's not functional. So now, I welcome the signing, the assent by the President of Ministry of Environment in Ogoni. I think that's the one. But the workability should be our watchword. I welcome it. But you are talking about issue of cleaning to the environment. The environment is within us, Andrew. It's not the fault, it's not the power, or is it the fault of the president? We have been talking about issue of cleaning environment on this Nigerian people every now and then. Our people are the problem. Our people are the problem. Look at those who are working in the HyPrep. Boys, small boys, they are cruising with it. So over there, you don't have the handiwork. You don't have work. They are not crafty. They don't have work in that HyPrep. They are eating fatty. They are neglecting the cleanup. I do come and visit the excellence. It's less than 10% completion. Go to the hospital. I ride my Okada and visited the hospital, the most mentioned hospital in Ogoni. I said they have no roofing. They have no roofing. It's about less than 10% completion. And we are talking about and those of money have been given to these people. Let me talk about it. Let me talk about the issue of Tony Okocha and Batin talking about this and that. Has he been able to mention one school in Hinterland that was completed by the last administration weekend? Because the declare of infrastructure, education infrastructure is inherited for the last administration.
All right, Akanto, thank you very much. JJ is next in Rumigbo. Let's go to JJ. In Ogoni, that school, if the environment is not clean, how are they building this school? JJ in Rumigbo, good morning.
Good morning, Andrew. Andrew, you were here when a body came to Rivers State and said that about 95% of our schools are inhabitable. I don't know if you remember that report.
Yes, yeah.
And so many. And that was under the previous administration that Tony Okocha is championing right now. So, that is asking that what is the policy this, what is the policy that, I can tell you for free that the 2025 budget has 3 crystal lines that is outlined: education, health, and agriculture. And that's the way to go. So Tony Okocha asking this, should go back and check his record. And I want to thank the Ogogbolo chairman, vice chairman. Andrew, remember yesterday I beat my chest and told you that Christiana Tamuno Bereton Ari will not be part of, like she said, kindergarten group, marching, asking, we won't give us yes. I don't get this. About what? So as far as I'm concerned, thank you, madam, and FG banning the sales of crude that they're supposed to refine locally. We are still at this stage. That means we'll be exporting it. The school you're looking for is Maritime University of Kaneko. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That was one of them as well. Chima and Rumokuta. Oh, goodness me. Chima, please call back. Chima, if you can, please call us back. 0817-923-0007, 0817-923-0003. Again, 0817-923-0007, 0817-923-0003. The transportation was in Daura, if I'm not Katsina now, was in Daura. I don't know if it's working. I don't know if that one is working. Then there's one in Delta State, the Maritime. I don't know what's happening with that one too. We've been signing these bills. For me, I think the elders will say you count one before you count two. The one in Ogoni, it's on paper, it's fantastic. But if you look at the reality, the situation in that place, we've been arguing about environment, the pollution, the cleanup that needs to be done and all of that. We've not been able to do that effectively. We've not even really taken audit of what has been done, the monies that have been put in there and what's on ground. Does it commensurate? Let us even, before we now look at, okay, we are putting up a school. Are we going to, somebody will say you can't stand inside ant and then you are removing ants from your body. How does it work? Lugard in Echie, good morning.
Yes, Andrew, greetings from Echie to you.
All right, good morning to you. Go on.
Yes, Tony Okocha is long now. We have not heard from him again because Rivers people are always criticizing him whenever he fails to speak the truth. He always tells us lies on the radio. And you remember, Tony Okocha was a member of APC with Lugaman and so many of us during Wike's regime. But during that time, Tony Okocha have never one day criticized Wike, despite all the projects that was on in Faga and Obiapo, more especially flyover that was on in a stretch, just one stretch of the road. And today we saw a governor that circulated projects all over the state, books and crannies of River State, and Tony Okocha is busy criticizing a God-sent governor. Well, I know he wants to be relevant in politics of that state, but with the way he's going, he cannot even win in his own unit. I want to say that the killing of the chief security officer in Adokemes Market Stadium, I keep on blaming previous administration of Wike, because that stadium was international standard, built by Rotimi Amechi, and Wike as a governor, he organized series of programs in that stadium, but he never one day put a block or even to renovate that area. Remember when he took over as a governor of River State, so many projects that was done by Amechi was looted. One, in Echie, the model primary school in Echie, was looted by allegedly by his supporters.
All right, Lugard, thank you very much. Let's move on to another caller now. I think your point has been made. With Chief Tony Okocha of the APC, understand something. He's in the opposition and he's doing his job as opposition. The job is to criticize and look at what government is doing. And I don't think that should be taken to heart. And I'm pretty sure the government of the day welcomes criticism, or however it comes or wherever it is coming from. So whether he did not say it before does not mean he can't say it now. And at the time, under the past administration, was he the APC chairman in River State? Remind me, I might be wrong. Maybe he was and I forget it. If he wasn't, there's so much little you say he would be doing. Now he's in charge at the level that he is. So if he wants to criticize the work of the government, that's his job as an opposition to do that. The only thing people would ask, I'm pretty sure, would be, criticize us constructively. And it would be nice. We'll try to have him on the show and get the opinion of some of these things that he has said. And I'm sure that the state government would also respond adequately to whatever it is that he's raised up. Blessed in Alu, good morning.
Good morning, my brother. I'm Andrew.
You're welcome.
Pertaining the Tony Okocha statement, he gets uncertainty, no need to count. Courts already nullified Tony Okocha as caretaker chairman of APC in River State. He still go ahead to conduct Congress, said as he chooses himself as the chairman of APC. Courts still nullify him that he's no longer assisting as chairman of APC. We all know the authentic chairman of APC being the Emeka Beke. He's an authentic man. So any comment that Tony Okocha said The comment is fallacy. The reaction pertaining government in Rivers State is fallacy. They appointed him as NNDC representative of Rivers State. He did not even give any dining to Rivers State citizens. So in that law here, we are suffering for transformer. Ask Tony Okocha to bring one come for us. Nothing. Are you getting me? It's to allow the Gosin Fubara that's giving the Rivers State citizen dividend democracy to continue the good work that he's doing. Tony Okocha statement there, like, if you fish is swimming and you remove the water from the fish will try to do one thing or the other that is existing, but nothing is existing. Are you getting me? Having said that, pertaining the killing of somebody, the security of Amaka Stadium, let me tell you one thing. We normally hear from your station that for you to be doing anything sensitive, something, you don't need to cause trouble. Are you getting me? Terror is senseless. Peace, give a peace chance to reign. When the local government election was conducted, October 5th, peacefully, on the 7th of that October, people go on rampage to burn some local government secretariats ablaze. Ask me which people that police arrested during that time. But what we see after that time, they go to barricade local government secretariats of Ipere without committing any offense. My brother, where are we heading to?
All right, Blessed, thank you very much. But I'm trying to thank you, Blessed. We have to move on to two other callers on the line. I'm trying to understand how you related to what's happening at the Amaka Stadium with the chief CSO, with the CSO, to what you just talked about now. I'm trying to see how you put those two together. Mufasa, quickly from NTA Road. Good morning.
Yeah, hi, Andrew. Good morning.
Yeah.
Well, Andrew, like you rightly said, you see, as part of democracy, criticism is very, very much allowed. But like you equally said, we must criticize constructively and we shouldn't distort the facts. Saying that governance has collapsed in Rivers State is a complete fallacy. You know, we are here to see what this current administration is doing in the health sector, in the educational sector, even in road infrastructure, fire service and all of that. Well, so let us not try to misinform members of the public just because we want to play opposition. I'm talking about Port Harcourt has moved from garden to garbage city. That's not true. We are here to credit Riwama for what Riwama is doing. There's no street that you go and you see heap of death on the road like what we used to see. So, you know, I understand the kind of extreme politics that we play, but it's not when you see the truth. You see white, you call it black. It doesn't tell good of the personality and person that is speaking what he's saying. But having said that, you see, the issue of people parading themselves to be what they are not. I'm talking about the woman who was calling herself vice chairman, whereas we have a sitting vice chairman duly elected. I'm also aware of people parading themselves as chairman of council, whereas they outlived their tenure. It is a criminal offense. And I think the police should start going after these persons who are posing to be council chairman and vice chairman. It is wrong. Let us do the right thing.
All right, thank you very much. Let's go to Okonkwo and Rumo Kuta quickly. Okonkwo, good morning. I lost the call from Okonkwo, unfortunately. It's too much that we can take on Facebook. We'll see if we could take some of your messages there as well. And we'll also see what we can take on WhatsApp. There's plenty of messages. Andrew, the Nigerian police should do the needful. All they can and bring to book all those involved in the killing of the CSO of the Amaka Stadium. The establishment of university in Ogoniland is a good development. Fidelis Alemowa. Christian Williams, how I wish the NLC will know that Nigerians have long stopped taking them serious. That's Christian Williams from Echie. Ida from Nkoro says, good morning. I want to thank the Ogbolo Vice Chairman for coming out to clear the air. I want to use the opportunity to tell the former Vice Chairman to please not parade herself as Chairman. Tenor elapsed long ago. Continue with the good work, Vice Chairman. And then this one from Skillful Period says, NLC suspends protest over hike in tariff. It was expected. I'm not surprised. That's too much we can take on this half. Let's go for a commercial now. Business news will follow afterwards. Good morning.